Hey everybody, it looks like I got a little bit of adequate light. Sorry that the picture quality isn't that great, but anyway, I'm going to show you a real quick demo on how to apply your Jamberry wraps to your nails. I left one ready for you. The color is called, let's see, this is called Cranberry Twist. It's like one of my favorites right now, really nice. It looks kind of dark purplish red. It's really cute. I love it. So what you're going to need is, the first thing you're going to want to do, wash your hands. Totally wash your hands. And then you're going to want to take an alcohol swab or, a bottle of alcohol and a cotton ball, and then clean your nail real good. And if you don't partake of pushing your cuticles back every so often, you're going to want to do that because you're also going to want to get that filmy stuff in the invisible cuticle off your nail, or else the wrap won't stay. It'll kind of pop off. So you're going to want to do that, just kind of push in the ends like this. Like that real quick, see? And then do that, and then get a buffer block. If you don't have a buffer block, you can always use a file, but don't like scrub it. Just kind of, the buffer block is really soft, so just give it a light buff like that. Okay, now you're ready to go. Now, what you're going to want to shape the nail. You're going to want to pick the shape that best goes on your nail, and you're going to want to err on the side of it being too small, because if it's too big, it's going to overlap the cuticle, and it's also going to pop right off. Or you're going to have to sit there and take a pair of tweezers, or clippers or scissors, and kind of trim around it. And then of course you're going to end up hurting yourself, damaging your cuticle, and making your mom cry. Okay, so we're going to go with this one, because you're going to, like I said, you're going to want to make sure to err on the side of too small, a little smaller than your nail, because and even if you have a little bit of nail left in the corner, like on the sides, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to be looking up close at your nail. They're going to be looking at it from a distance and seeing how cute they are. See, do you see any flaws? Do you see any error? No, you just see cute nails. So there you go. Okay, now this one right here is the one that'll go on the nail. So you want to cut the shape. Since my nails aren't very big, you can go with, I don't usually use half of the wrap. So I'm just going to use this much. Cut that out. See, that way you can use, even if it doesn't look like it'll fit later, at least you can use them for accents later. You can maybe, cut them to shape like your pinky. You get like 2 to 3 manicures out of one sheet of wraps anyway. So, and then take the orange stick, or you can use one of those, I think they're cuticle pushers with the little rubber bit, or you can use this. I usually use this, and just kind of slip that in between the wrap and the whatever it is. It's like that plastic bit. Make sure you do not touch the back of the wrap, because that's sticky. You get it all sticky, and you won't be able to. And there's a good chance that it won't stick to the nail. Okay. Robbie, why are you watching this, you goober? I love you. Anyway, welcome. Hi, Summer, baby. Okay, now you got this little heater here, or you can use, if you don't have the heater, you can always use a, they say you can use a blow dryer, and then you just kind of just heat the back of it for a few seconds, and then just kind of put that gently on top. Make sure you try to get it as much in the middle as humanly possible. Okay, and then just push it down a little bit. Okay, make sure it's there. Okay, see? And then heat it up again on one side. Okay, take the cuticle stick and just kind of press it down, making sure that, just rub that in a little bit. Then do the other side, and then do the same thing on that side. Okay. Do this, and then one more. I usually do it twice, but you know, that's just me. I'm paranoid. And then this is what I do. I usually just really just press down on that orange stick, making sure to really get that down in there, especially, and then I kind of overlay the tips like this, the tip of this, and then just kind of, okay, and see. And then you just wait. You can wait a few minutes. They say usually wait like 10 or 15 minutes before you trim it all the way down. I usually wait longer than that because for me it just but what I do, sorry, is I just kind of trim the excess off the top and just leave a little bit there just above the tip of the finger, okay? And then just kind of clip a little bit off the top, because what's going to happen is while you're waiting for it to cool off before you trim it down, it's going to contract, because you know the whole physics thing, heat expands, cold shrinks. So just, there you go. Simple as pie. Now see, you see a little bit of nail on the side and a little bit of nail right above the cuticle line. That's perfect. That's good. That's how you want to do it, see? And like I said, nobody's going to be looking at you up close like this. They're going to be seeing it at the distance. They're going to see how totally cute it is. And the greatest thing about using the wraps as opposed to using like nail polish is that, like, say like you're in the middle, like I know you're a busy mom, Summer, so I know how it, you know, it can be like if you're in the middle of doing something, you have to stop and go take care of the baby, or you have to go to the bathroom, or you have to go stir, you know, go make sure to put the soup in the pot or whatever. You can still hold this on, and then you go do your thing, come back, and then finish. You won't have to worry about it popping off or getting lines in the middle, or part of the wet polish scraping off and then having to redo the whole thing over again. So that's what I really like about this. So even if you're not finished, you can finish later. It's not going to affect anything. Now you're gonna, when it comes to doing your thumbnail, you want to apply the same method, but since like in some cases, like you see that how it's square shaped, right? You would just want to take the wrap and just cut a little bit. Just cut a little bit off the bottom so you get rid of that little round part, and then of course it's perfectly shaped to go on the, and it looks so natural. It's so pretty. So what I did was I prepped this before I started so I can show you how to trim. Now when I first joined, they said you could take the file and just kind of buff it down on the sides, and then the excess wrap would come off. That doesn't really work for me. It works for other people, but not necessarily for me. So what I do is I just carefully take toenail clippers and just kind of, and it's okay that if you trim a little bit of the top of the nail, just like a tiny little sliver, see, that's okay. And you just go around, because at the same time that you're trimming the excess off the nail, you're also shaping your nail real nice. Or in some cases, like, hi, Rachel. How's your Tuesday, sweetie? And then you trim that up. Get as close as you can. You know, it's okay to take a little sliver off the nail. And then you can use the file to file it down and get the excess off. And this is how I usually check to see that there's no excess wrap popped off the top that's gonna snag later. Is rub it on your clothes, like rub it on your pants. And if you don't feel it snag or anything, you're usually pretty good to go. And so this is what I usually do, is I just kind of smooth it down, smooth it off the top. See, it's easy, right? And I just kind of, then I do that a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just going to wait for this sucker to dry right here, and then I'm going to go find something real quick, and then I'm going to do a second live where I can show you how to do a wrap on a difficult nail. See how like my ring finger right here is kind of weird, the cuticle's weird looking on the side? It's from years of like handwriting where it's so easy. Like So easy. And it's like I said, boom, boom, boom. It takes a little bit of time, but not nearly as much as it would if you were using nail polish, because then you got to wait forever for it to dry. And even if you think, oh, well, it's completely dry, and then you go to touch it a little bit to see if it's good, you get fingerprints in your pretty nail polish, and that's terrible. See, I can do that with this. See? And then you can just go about with your cooking and your cleaning and everything. And even when I have to fix my vacuum cleaner, see, I did that the other day. I had to pull out a bunch of gunk from the neck of the vacuum cleaner to get the airflow working again. See? Still good. No chips, no nothing. They're still there. Ah? So easy. So I'm going to shut this down, and then I will be back in a few minutes. I got to go find something real quick, and then I'll show you how to shape a wonky nail. At least it's the method that works for me. So thank you guys, and then I'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay?